What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to have 5 tips I can give you guys whenever you're buying your first pair of cowboy boots. Now, I know a lot of you guys have subscribed to the channel for my cowboy boot videos, but some of you guys have not subscribed for those videos. You subscribe for other types of videos I have done. So for you guys or any of you guys that do find my channel, I figured it'd be a good way to give you guys some advice if you don't have a pair yet, but you've been wanting a pair because you've seen my videos or you're just coming across my channel. Now, before we jump into the tips to buying your first pair of cowboy boots, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button below. The like lets me know you guys are enjoying the content I'm putting up, and the subscribe helps you to know that I'm putting up new videos whenever I put them up. Now, let's get into 5 tips to look for whenever you're buying your first pair of cowboy boots. Okay, so tip number 1 to buying your first pair of cowboy boots is set a budget. Now, I cannot stress this enough. Okay, you want to set a budget, how much money you're going to be spending. Now, once again, I cannot stress this enough. Your first pair does not have to be a super high-end quality pair of boots. Yes, I would generally recommend buying quality over quantity, but if you don't have a lot to spend, but you do want a pair of cowboy boots, you can find some great options for under $500, under $200, even under $100, especially whenever you look at used and clearance sections at stores. But you want to set a budget because it is so easy to spend a lot of money on these, especially whenever you're getting into your exotic skins, like your snake skins, your ostrich skins, even like if you see elephant, sea turtle. It is so easy to spend a lot of money on these, or even for custom ones. Cowhide's not going to be too bad as far as pricing goes, but look at the prices, have an idea, or at least a ballpark idea of how much you want to spend before, whether you're going online or you're going in store to purchase your first pair. Have a budget, because if you don't and you just grab something after you try it on because you liked it, you're going to be hurting. It's more important to fill your belly for that week and pay your bills than it is to buy a $500 pair of boots. With that being said, though, you can find great deals. You can find great brands that are within every price range. So tip number 1 is to set a budget. Know how much you're going to be spending, or at least have a ballpark idea of that. Tip number 2 for buying your first pair of cowboy boots is make sure you get your correct size. Whenever you're buying your first pair, go to the store, try on whatever size you normally wear in sneakers or dress shoes, whatever you typically wear at the moment. Try on that size, see how that fits. Then you want to go from there, whether you need to size up or size down, get a more narrow or a more wide width. You have a ton of different size. You can get pretty much any size as far as your 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, any half sizes in cowboy boots. In addition, you have a ton of different widths. Your D width and your double E are going to be, D is going to be your normal width and double E is going to be your wide width. But you have more narrow than the D. You're going to have B's, A's, C's, and you can get triple and quadruple E also for more wider widths. So try on the size. You might find that you're 10 in sneakers, but 9.5 or a 9 fits you better in cowboy boots. You might find that you're a normal width in sneakers, but you might find that you're more comfortable with a wide width for boots. So make sure you try it on. And if you don't have the option of a boot store near you, you probably do have some type of a shoe store near you. So if you're unsure of your size, even if you think you are, go to a shoe store. They usually have a branding device. Any shoe store is going to have a branding device, not usually. They always do, which is those metal things you put your foot on that have all the different numbers, and the salesman comes over and adjusts that metal thing on there. Go in, just use their branding device. Most of the time, they're not going to question you. Use the branding device to get a ballpark idea of your size. That'll help you before you go online. And even if you have a store that sells boots, but they're more limited on style, still go in and try on the boots that they have. They might even have your correct size. You just might not have anything that you like. So just try them on. At least that way you do have an idea of your size, so you can go online and get what you want. I know the Tractor Supply near me, for example, they do carry cowboy boots, but they're very limited in their sizing for men's styles. I wear a 7, 7.5. The smallest size that I've ever seen them carry is an 8, which does not work for me. It's too big. Sizing tips is you want it to be snug in the foot and slip a little bit in the heel. Not a whole lot, just a little tiny bit. And you don't want it to be tight in the foot, but you want it to feel like a firm handshake or a nice tight hug on your foot. What happens is that's what actually keeps the boot in place. So over time, as you break them in, and depending on the skin and the boot itself, it's just going to depend on how quickly they're going to break in and how often you wear them. But you do want to make sure that you have a snug fit here and a little bit of slip in the heel. Like I said, not much, about a yay amount. Because what will happen is before this breaks in, whenever your foot bends, the boot doesn't want to bend with it. So after it breaks in, the boot will bend with your foot and you won't have that slippage anymore. Okay, so third pair for buying your first pair of cowboy boots is going to account your wardrobe, what you typically wear on a normal basis. So if you're somebody that dresses up a lot, you're going to be better off going for a smoother leather cowboy boot or a boot with a shine. Now, if you're somebody who dresses more casually, you're going to have a lot more play. So you're going to be able to go for rough outs and distressed leathers and even like snakeskin, things like that. You can dress up snakeskin, but it does look better in a more casual setting. I know there's going to be some arguments about this in the comments section, but you want your first pair to be as versatile as possible. You want to be able to wear them to as many places as possible. And if you really like them, you're going to eventually buy more pairs. So, just get your first pair to be as versatile as possible. Then after that, start branching out into whatever you like as far as skins and coloring and all that stuff goes. Fourth tip whenever you buy your first pair of cowboy boots is going to be whenever you buy that pair of boots, no matter if you're going to a store to buy them or you're going online, before you check out, make sure you pick up a bottle or a jar of leather conditioner. The two I have here are going to be the two I would recommend to you guys, either the Bic 4 or the Saphir Renovateur. What this is going to do is it's going to be like like how you use moisturizer on your hands when they're dry or on your face whenever it's dry. You use moisturizer on your skin, you want to use moisturizer on your boots. How often you're going to do that is just going to depend on how often you wear the boots. But I do recommend wearing them more often whenever you first get them because it's going to help to break them in and make them as comfortable as possible. But honestly, overall, you want to get some type of a leather conditioning product. What this is going to help to do is keep the leather moisturized, and it's going to prevent it from cracking, from developing tears and all that stuff. So, and yes, you do need to use leather conditioner on your boots. Any leather shoe, really, even like dress shoes, you need to use a leather conditioner. Otherwise, your boots are going to get ruined. It's that simple, and it's not that much. I think a bottle of this is like $8 to $12 depending on where you get it at. And this is a little bit more expensive, a little more higher end. It's like $20 to $25 depending on where you get it at. Both of these are great products. If you're on more of a budget, go for the Bic 4. If you have more to spend, go for the Saphir Renovateur. The fifth and final tip to buying your first pair of cowboy boots is actually going to be for after you buy the boots. Wear them as much as possible. Why do you want to wear them as much as possible? Because it's going to help to break in that leather, get it nice and soft and comfortable for you to wear. Just wear them as much as you can. Now, you don't want to wear them whenever you can't wear boots. Not that that's too often, but there are going to be some times where you can't wear cowboy boots because of dress codes or something like that. But that also largely depends on what you're going to and where you live at also. But wear them as much as you possibly can. Wear them going to the grocery store, wear them walking the dog. Just go to the mall and walk around and wear them. Something that I like to do whenever I actually get my first pair after I get them is I'll actually Uber to the other end of town. It's about a half-hour walk back to my apartment, and I'll just walk back to my apartment, stop off, get dinner or something like that. It helps to really kick in the break-in process. You also, if it is a leather sole, you want to, before you try and walk anywhere, go outside on the concrete and just rub your bottom of your foot a couple times on it to help rough that up. You don't want to do it too much because you will do a hole in it if you just grind at it, but just scrape the bottom of your the sole of your foot onto the concrete a couple times before you start wearing your boots. It'll help to rough up that leather and get it help it to develop some traction for you. Okay, so that's the 5 tips I have for you guys for buying your first pair of cowboy boots. I hope that this helps some people. I know a lot of you guys that are subscribed to my channel, you do have boots already, but there are some people who have subscribed to my channel that did not subscribe for my boot videos, and then some of you might want them, or some of you guys are gonna find my channel and wonder what should I look for whenever I buy my first pair of cowboy boots. So I hope that this helped you guys out. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. Take care. I'll see you in the next one.